Welcome to the Walton Pi. Today we're going to go through a couple examples of derivative functions and how to find them. Alright, let's suppose that we have a function f of x equaling 3x cubed minus 7x squared. You might recognize this function as it's shown up in the past couple examples. We want to figure out what the derivative function is in general. So we don't want to know this at a point, we want to know what the function is so that we could figure out the derivative at any point and not just at a single point that we calculated. So f prime of x, or the derivative of f, this is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So let's go through and do that limit for this function. So let's look at the limit as h goes to 0 of 3 times x plus h cubed minus 7 times x plus h squared all over h. Well, this is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of, oh whoops, I totally missed something. Let's actually write the correct limit before we evaluate it. So it's that minus 3x cubed minus 7x squared. There we go. So this is equal to the limit as h goes to 0. I'm not going to have room on this line, so let's go to the next line. So this is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of 3 times x cubed plus 3x squared h plus 3x h squared plus h cubed minus 7 times x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 3x squared plus 7x squared, and this x is actually cubed. Okay, all over h. So this becomes the limit as h goes to 0 of 3x cubed plus 9x squared h plus 9x h squared plus 3h cubed minus 7x squared minus 14xh minus 7h squared minus 3x cubed plus 7x squared all over h. This 3x cubed cancels with this minus 3x cubed, and this minus 7x squared cancels with this plus 7x squared. So this becomes the limit as h goes to 0 of 9x squared h plus 9xh squared plus 3h cubed minus 14xh minus 7h squared all over h, which is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of 9x squared plus 9xh plus 3x squared minus 14x minus 7h. And we can now evaluate that limit, and that's going to give us 9x squared minus 14x as this term and this term, and this is actually 3h squared, and that term all go to 0. So this tells us that f prime of x is equal to 9x squared minus 14x. Let's go through one more example together. Let's say that this time f of x is equal to 3x minus 1 over x squared. This one's going to be a bit more complicated, but it is still going to be doable. So let's look at the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h, so that's going to be 3 times x plus h, minus 1 over x plus h squared, minus 3x minus 1 over x squared, all over h. So this is equal to the limit, as h goes to 0, of 3x plus 3h minus 1 over x plus h squared. Let's see, minus 3x plus 1 over x squared, all over h. Well, let's see, this minus 3x and this plus 3x can cancel. And now let's try and figure out how we can combine this fraction with this fraction. So this is going to be equal to the limit as x goes to 0, not x, as h goes to 0, of, we have 3h minus, and let's get those two fractions to have a common denominator. So we have a minus x squared over x plus h squared, x squared, and then we have a plus x plus h squared over x plus h squared, x squared, all over h. So that is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of 3h minus, or I guess plus, we have an x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus x squared, all over x plus h squared, x squared, then all of that over h. This minus x squared and this plus x squared cancel. And now we can actually cancel this h with each of the h's that are left over in the top. So this is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of 3 plus 2x plus h all over x plus h squared, x squared, is equal to 3 plus 2x over x plus 0 squared, so that's an x squared times x squared, so this becomes 3 plus 2 over x cubed. So that tells us that f prime of x is equal to 3 plus 2 over x cubed. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful for you. Please check out some of my other videos, and please like and subscribe if you have not already so I can continue to make these sorts of videos. Have a great day and good luck with the rest of your math.